You turn my morning into dancing. Your love changes everything. There's something about your love, something about your love changes everything, changes everything. Something about your love, something about your love changes everything, changes everything. Something about your love, something about your love changes everything, changes everything. Something about your love, something about your love changes everything, changes everything. Something about your love, something about your love changes everything, changes everything. Something about your love, something about your love changes every. You turn my morning into dancing. You turn my morning into dance. You turn my morning into dancing. You turn my morning into dancing. 'Cause your love changes everything. Your love changes everything. You turn my morning into dancing. You turn my morning into dancing. You turn my morning into dancing. 'Cause your love changes everything. Your love changes everything. Oh, there's something about your love, something about your love changes everything in my body. Oh, something about your love, something about your love changes everything. It changes everything.
I'm so forgetful, but you always remind me you're the only one who brings me peace. You're the only one who brings me peace. I'm so forgetful, but you always remind me you're the only one who brings me peace. You're the only one who brings me peace. So I come, Lord, I come, I come, Lord, I come to tell you I love you, to tell you I need you, to tell you there's no better place for me than in your arms, to tell you I'm sorry for running in circles, for placing my focus on the waves, not on your face. You're the only one who brings me peace. so forgetful, but you always remind me you're the only one who brings me peace. You're the only one who brings me peace. So I come, Lord, I come.
I was born to preach the gospel. I was born to preach the gospel. I was born to preach the gospel. And I sure do love my job. Yeah. So I was born to preach the gospel. I was born to preach the gospel. I'm born to preach the gospel. And I sure do love my job. Yeah. Yes, I really love my job. I'm a disciple that makes disciples that makes disciples. Oh, I'm a disciple that makes disciples that makes disciples. I'm a disciple that makes disciples that makes disciples. Yes, I'm a disciple that makes disciples that makes disciples. I'm a disciple that makes disciples that makes disciples. I'm a disciple that makes disciples that makes disciples. Get firmly rooted. So let's get firmly rooted. Let's get firmly rooted. So let's get firmly rooted. Oh, I'm a disciple that makes disciples that makes disciples. I'm a disciple that makes disciples that makes disciples. I'm a disciple that makes disciples that makes disciples. Let's get firmly rooted. Firmly rooted. Let's get firmly rooted. Yeshua, 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 Yeshua. I'm a disciple that makes disciples that makes disciples. We're disciples that make disciples that make disciples. We are disciples that make disciples that make disciples. We are disciples that make disciples that make disciples. Let's keep firmly rooted. Firmly rooted.
Hey, good morning, Firmly Rooted family. Pastor Tom, Firmly Rooted Ministries, and I had to improvise today. I'm not sure what StreamYard was doing, but I set my devotion to go at 8:30, and I got in around 8:20, and it told me that I needed to go now, or else it was going to disconnect my links. And so I played about 3 intro songs for those of you who were stuck and waiting. Sorry about that. But I didn't know why it was doing what it was doing. But we're here. We're looking at Luke chapter 6, and let's say hi to a few people first, and then we'll get to our devotion. Nancy Eichman down in Cincinnati, Ohio. Good morning, Firmly Rooted family. Chuck, good morning, family. I obviously, good morning, Firmly Rooted family. Vivian Davis, good morning. Jackie Matus, good morning. Bert Reggiani, good morning. Alice, good morning. Connie Sandbrink down at Firmly Rooted Greendale. Where'd you go? There you go. Good morning. Maureen Ponoworski, good morning. Steve Giroux, good morning. And Emily Connolly, good morning. Great to have all of you on board. Aaron did a great job yesterday looking at this section where, Jesus was, this is right around the Sermon of the Mount, and he is teaching. It says he's on a level place, right? He's on a field, and he's talking to people, and great numbers of people are coming from everywhere. And he began to preach the gospel, the good news, and he began to heal the sick, and power to heal was in him. And I think Aaron challenged us all to, one, recognize that amazing things are happening at Firmly Rooted. God is moving in some powerful ways, not just with physical healings, but spiritual healing, psychological healing, relational healing. God is doing some amazing things. And who do we know that might need some of that? And who can we bring to Jesus like people were bringing people to Jesus? And the challenge to live sent is not always to preach the gospel, but to bring someone to the gospel and let someone else do the preaching or the teaching. So just think about that invitational approach where Philip goes to Nathanael and says, "Come see, I think I found the Messiah. Just come see." Right? So I thought that was awesome. In Luke chapter 6, we now slide ourselves into a small segment of the Sermon of the Mount. Matthew has the Sermon of the Mount and the Beatitudes, the blessed are those. He has a full comprehensive view of that. Luke mentions a few of them here. Blessed are you who are poor, for yours is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are those who don't seek the riches and the fame of the kingdom of this world, but seek his kingdom. Why? Because blessed are those who realize that this is all temporary, but the kingdom of God is eternal. Blessed are you who hunger now, for you will be satisfied. Matthew said, blessed are those who hunger and thirst for righteousness, for they'll be satisfied. The message is hunger for the right things. Don't hunger to have your belly full. Man does not live by bread alone, but every word that comes from the Father's mouth. Hunger for kingdom of God things. Seek first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, then everything else will be added. Blessed are you who weep now, for you will laugh. Blessed are you who are slow to get in all the excitement of the stuff going on in the kingdom of this world, and actually weep and mourn over the brokenness of this world like Jesus wept over Jerusalem. Because our hearts are in his kingdom and we see the brokenness, and we ultimately, because of that, see the mission field. Blessed are you when people hate you, when they exclude you, insult you, reject your name as evil because of the Son of Man. Persecution that comes in so many subtle ways. Sometimes it's an unbelieving husband or wife or relative or friend or neighbor. Sometimes it's a boss at work. Sometimes it's co-workers. Sometimes it's friends. But the fact is, there are times when our humble faith in Jesus, in his love and his eternal truth, will become a threat to others, and they'll get defensive and angry. They'll uncharacteristically attack, demean, tear us down. Jesus says, I get it. Inside, rejoice when that happens and leap for joy, because great is your reward in heaven. Why? Because you're letting your light shine, because you are boldly being salt to the earth, because you are throwing seeds no matter what. You're fishing for men, even at the risk of being persecuted and demeaned and belittled. Jesus says, rejoice. And understand that this is how their ancestors treated the prophets. All he's trying to say is you're not alone. This is not unique. Throughout biblical history, God has brought men and women to speak truth, obvious truth. But those who are not spiritually inclined to hear that truth don't just reject it, they reject the person, the messenger. They begin to attack, kill, destroy, harm the messenger. It's satanic, right? The thief comes to steal, kill, and destroy, but I've come that you might have life and have it abundantly. When we face these kind of challenges, it should remind us that we're on the right side of the battle, that the enemy's attacking us because we're attacking him, that we become a threat to him. And we have to remember that we're on the winning side. We have to remember that the kingdom of God can't stand up against what it is we're involved in, this kingdom that's on the move, that is preaching the good news to the whole world. So think about these things today. Let's make sure we have a proper view, understanding, and wisdom about the kingdom of this world, a proper centeredness and focus on the kingdom of God, that we detach roots that are in the kingdom of this world and replant them in the kingdom of God. And that although some of those moves may be misunderstood by some in the kingdom of this world, they're not misunderstood by the one who's redeemed and saved you. And so you will be blessed. You will live an abundant life. I think that's what I'd like today. Maybe that's something for us to focus on a Wednesday morning. I hope that this devotion was a blessing to you. Have a great day. Make it a firmly rooted day. And may someone see Jesus in us today. Peace.